magical friends, with a special hey, hi, hello to Celia, my newest magical patron, whose support lets me do these interviews. Today's interview is with a new friend that I think you're going to love. It's HEADBOY. Before we get to that, though, go vote on our special correspondent in the field swag poll. I'm closing it at the end of the month, so you've only got a few more weeks to pick your pin. I've included a link to the poll in the transcript, so check that out while our first music plays. Here's the Quaffle Kids with the Common Welsh Green to cheer on our way.
Who's playing in here tonight? I don't know, but I hope the prize is good. I don't know, I have my goods. What? Another air? Another air! Give it another round!
People say the dragons are bloody dangerous, but I tell you there's a breed that you can really trust. They nest in higher mountains where a reservation lies that gives them preservation and saves the scaly hides. Chinese fireballs will burn your butt. Hungarian horntails will bounce your spleen. Swedish short stouts will eat your grandma, but you can have a pint with the Commonwealth Green. In the Tri-Wizard tournament, it was quite a sight when the Green saw the French girl. It didn't put up a fight. Fleur de liqueur pranced right up and snatched the egg, and the giant gentle dragon didn't even scorch her legs. Chinese fireballs will burn your butt. Hungarian horntails will bounce your spleen. Swedish short stouts will eat your grandma, but you can have a pint with the Commonwealth Green.
So what do you think of the song so far? Pretty good, isn't it? No, the fanatics sitting around this nonsense about dragons. Oh, and I hate dragons. I hate the sheep. And me mother. But that's not good.
The Green is the best, the sweetest dragon that I have ever met. Agreed, you can bet, would give his left arm just to have it as a pet. So the moral of the story is that you can always find some things so few there's evil that turn out to be just fine. There are far worse things than dragons. For example, there's this boy, a slimy little weasel named Draco Malfoy. Chinese fireballs will burn your butt. Hungarian horntails will bounce your spleen. Swedish short snouts will eat your grandma, but you can have a pint with the Commonwealth Green.
I love dragons.
That's so sweet and adorable. I love you.
Summer breeze, the crunching of leaves as I go to meet you. Sever us, you could try to sever us, but we will never be apart. I will prove you have no heart. The more you've lost, I will see you at King's Cross. I will end you, and you will end me. I can't take this, I'm breaking. Oh, won't you please end me? marching of leaves as I go to meet you. Sever us, you could try to sever us, but we will never be apart. I will show you what love is, I will show you it's not so hard.
Year 1, September 10th. I know Snape is now considered a hero. He was brave to be acting as a double agent with Voldemort, but all that aside, he was still rubbish as a teacher. Snape made me feel like I had no worth. He always acted like a freaking jerk. I wish I could have got up the guts to walk up to him and kick him in the nuts. I will never be just like that guy. I have it on my life is hard enough. The one thing he taught me, he showed me the kind of teacher I don't want to be. Maybe the reason you picked on me, covering up your insecurities. I can't believe you made kids feel like you did. With the whole school saw you gray underpants as a kid. Gray underpants. Gray underpants. I will never be just like that guy. I have it all my life is hard enough. The one thing he taught me, he showed me the kind of teacher I don't want to be. I will never be just like that guy. I have it all my life is hard enough. The one thing he taught me, he showed me the kind of teacher I don't want to be.
You just heard The Common Welsh Green from the Quaffle Kids, Sever Us by The Sorting Hat, and Neville's Diary with Bad Teacher Boogie. The Common Welsh Green was a special request from my wonderful patron Jeff, who dedicates it to Courtney in thanks for all their hard work on WZRD Fest, which you should all come to. Now, let's get to know our new friend. Welcome to the show, Nick of HEADBOY. I'm so stoked to talk with you today.
I'm so excited to talk with you. Thank you for having me.
You're another one that's been a little bit of an enigma to me. Like, I don't think I see you around the Discord a lot. I don't know what's going on with you, although I do know that we're neighbors now, which is exciting.
Yes.
So I want to know everything. Start at the beginning.
Okay, so I first had a run-in with Wizard Rock in college, which I graduated in 2013, so it's been a little while since my undergrad. And at the time, I had joined the college Quidditch team. I was a beater. I don't mean to brag. I was kind of an MVP. And and then I think just within that Harry Potter craze, I discovered Wizard Rock and I discovered Swish and Flick, and specifically their song Astoria Greengrass and the Pureblood Prince, which is my jam. If you have not heard that, people listen to it. And so I've always had it in the back of my mind that Wizard Rock is cool and perhaps I'll do it someday. And I went to school for music ed. I took a guitar class. Guitar is not my first instrument. Voice is not my concentration either. My main instrument is actually, can you guess? You get 2 guesses.
Is it a horn?
It's a horn of sorts. Yes, you're in the right track.
Of sorts. Because I think Totally Canutt's instrument was trumpet.
Okay.
But of sorts makes me feel like not exactly right, so I'm going to go bagpipe.
I love the creativity. You were close with trumpet, tuba. Eventually, I wanted to get into songwriting just as a hobby and write something for my voice and guitar. And I started writing what became Hufflepuff. And it wasn't so much at the time wanting to do Wizard Rock, but that helped me find my voice because I had several songs that I just hated and crumpled up and threw away. And eventually I just used Harry Potter as symbolism for what was going on in my life. And that's when I was like, okay, this is my thing.
I'm a musical layperson, so this might not be true, but I feel like you don't get a lot of tuba forward music. Like they tend to show up in like full orchestra things. Are we going to get tuba music?
Oh, goodness. Probably not. But you never know. I won't rule it out of the realm of possibility.
I love that Swish and Flick was your first intro. And when you said specifically, I was sure you were going to say Quidditch Witch.
Ooh, okay. That
Because
would
you
have
were
made
playing
more
Quidditch.
sense, right?
Mhm. And I love when folks have played Quidditch come on, because the number one thing I know about Quidditch is from fan fiction and the Quidditch muscles.
Right.
So is that a thing with real life Quidditch too?
I actually don't know the Quidditch muscles. Explain this to me. Teach me.
Usually it's just a character who plays Quidditch, and the character who admires them is like, wow, they have those amazing muscles from playing Quidditch, usually thighs, which are very impressive to admire through robes, now that I'm thinking about it.
Indeed. I have good thighs. That pans out. That makes sense.
Perfect. I love that comes from fact to fiction. Now, your band name, HEADBOY, does make me think of, oh no, Percy and the Prefects.
Okay, yeah.
But what made you pick it?
I had gone to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, of course, and that was actually my first time going. I needed something new for my Hogwarts uniform. I'm a Hufflepuff, obviously, and I decided to buy the HEADBOY badge. Once I did that, I was like, oh, band name. I had already written a few songs by then, so that just fell into place.
You didn't consider anything else? Big Head Boy, maybe?
I didn't think too much into it. It felt natural. I did look up to see if anyone else was of that title. I like the idea of just a single kind of like, well, it's 2 words, but I put it together as one, and it looks cool as all capital letters. It just looked cool, sounded cool. I stuck with it.
Perfect. No agonizing.
That's right.
Now, I think I first remember seeing your music on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where you posted all of it? Because you also have the album on Bandcamp.
Right. I did not post all of it on TikTok. I think it was really during COVID or kind of right after COVID that I was playing around with TikTok, and it just never became a thing for me. But I do have my videos on Instagram. I'm a little more active on Instagram, and I'll give that at the end. But for my TikTok videos, I just have my partner look at TikTok, and we have little TikTok watching parties every once in a while. So that's my fulfillment of TikTok. But no, unfortunately, I don't post anymore on there. If you want to hear all my songs, then it'll have to be Bandcamp.
Yeah, I find TikTok difficult as well, although I know some Wizard Rockers really enjoy the medium, and a lot of like fan fiction cosplay people thrive over there.
Nice. Yeah, I'll have to ask you for some suggestions after.
You said that you struggled to find your musical voice when you began writing for your guitar singer-songwriter era,
hmm
but clearly you have come a long way since then. So what does that process look like for you now?
Uh, it's interesting because when I started out, I had no idea what I was doing. And I realized I just needed to jump into it and figure it out as I go, which is just what I live by now. If you don't know how to do something, just jump in. And I started with a process where I was writing lyrics first and then putting the melody to it, or I was trying to be more systematic, which is a great way to start. But then as I went, I realized that some songs were perfect to start out that way, almost like writing a poem and then adding the melody. But then some songs, I just thought of a melody and I'd be like, oh, that goes with the feeling of a certain subject of song I wanted to write. Or I think of just a specific word or phrase, or like anything can come first. And then it's just sitting down with it and just writing stuff, even if it doesn't come out how you want it to the first way, and not throwing stuff out. I used to, but now I keep everything because my partner's favorite song is a song that I was literally about to rip up and throw away. But eventually I came back to it and I reworked it a bit, and now it's a pretty fun one.
Does your music education degree come into play at all here? Is this something you cover with students? Did it give you the courage to begin, or like tips on how to continue?
Uh, it does come into play. However, I'm not in music education anymore. I taught for about a decade and I finally left the field of education. However, it wasn't even so much the music theory of it that I got from that I was teaching the kids, but it was more like just the design process and learning to make mistakes and just kind of the lessons I learned from it that I think have been the most valuable things I've passed on to students.
My most recent interview has an entire album through a Wizard Rock lens, of course, about his students and all the
Oh,
wacky things they do, crazy situations, silly non sequiturs.
oh my gosh. I love that.
Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever had a student say something and you went, that's something that could happen at Hogwarts?
You know what? I'd imagine some of the things my students have said are even crazier that they even crazier than things that would happen at Hogwarts. I just love that idea though. Oh my gosh. Possible future songs, I might take some inspiration from that.
He just re released the album too, so they're all available for listening and inspiring.
Who's the artist and what's the album if you remember?
Neville's Diary.
Okay.
And I think it's called The Weird Kid, The Strange Kid, something like that.
All right. Nice.
Now, my patrons wanted to know your recommendations. What songs do you love? What bands do you love? Who should they be listening to understand the Headboy mindset?
Oh, goodness. Well, right off the bat, I'll say Swish and Flick. I love just how fun their music is. I love that electronic sound. And then I also love how raunchy they can get. It's just a good time. I have listened to several different albums. I will admit that I don't have too much of a knowledge of Wizard Rock. Like, I could name you several bands, but I couldn't name you my favorite ones. However, since you've asked me to be on this podcast, I've discovered your podcast, and that has been the best way to hear all these songs, because I'm hearing bands and songs I've never heard of before, and people are killing it. I love it. So I'm sorry I might be burned at the stake for that one, for that response. But your podcast is doing the good work. So thank you for that.
I'm finding music I've never heard before as I do this, so you are hardly alone.
Cool.
There are easily 1,000 bands that have existed in the world. There's something for everyone if you can find it.
Yeah, and just like the range from, it's crazy. You can find pop songs to rock songs to even medieval sort of genres. It's really cool to hear the wide variety of talents and skills people have. I love it. Keep doing it, everybody.
I'm working on the episode that comes up before this one, which is a themed episode. And I just came across the Dead Ringers, who did the Death Day Waltz in just those like handbells from like a church.
And Death Day Waltz, that's a solid title right there.
Let's put some music here. Potter Watch is up next with Crookshanks Doesn't Like You.
Always bragging, obviously on the make. Slug club party, mistletoe. Heard my hex, but not my no. Oh, those chocolates, potion spiked. You hoped I'd eat them, so it will be you I liked. I don't care about intent. Potions don't confer consent. Crookshanks doesn't like you. Smarming, charming, harming. Oh, so privileged, so caressed. Earned a troll on the diesel test. Shady shit these 7 years. Testing spells on ankle-thirsty volunteers. Didn't show them any specs. Joked about the side effects. Oh, illicit polyjuice. You stole my hair for some nefarious abuse. When my clothes and face you wore, what'd you use my body for? Crookshanks doesn't like you. Scheming instead of dreaming. Probity or not, you're just mad that you got caught. Transfiguration, humiliation, unwanted physical alteration. Circumstances unlivable, curses unforgivable. Crookshanks doesn't like you. Hexing and perplexing. You're enforcing fiat squad. Bollocks to your bruiser squad. Crookshanks doesn't like you. Thieving and deceiving. Misdirection won't endear him. They would feel veritas serum. Smacks you like a beater's bat. He can see that you're a rat. Crookshanks doesn't like you. And neither do I.
Put me in a magic school, cause that would be real cool. And I will use a single book of potions that you teach. Who is the half-blood prince? Hermione's not convinced that this is the kind of book that I should even keep. But I keep it by me, won't let the others see. The potions that I learn are always quite helpful to me. What's this here on page 3? Oh, let me keep it please. Sectum semper's an attack to jack up all your enemies. I'm a potion maker, not a potion faker. If I were to do that, it always would screw up. I'm a potion maker, not a troublemaker. I don't have the patience to be the chosen one. I picked up this textbook, the first lesson I try. I'm gonna make a draft of this, you'll sniff it and you'll die. You wanted living death, how's this for living death? That's right! I'm growing back my bones thanks to a jar of Scaligro. It tastes so very gross, and growing bones is really slow to do. It kind of hurts. The bones they grow in spurts, but Lockhart's really not smart and his spell it made it worse. Believe me, ask the nurse. I feel like I am cursed, but thanks to all these potions now my troubled luck's reversed. I'm a potion maker, for the girls a shaker of a Mortentia will make them fall in love. I'm a potion maker and a potion taker. Tolerance of truth, potion training can be rough. I'm gonna learn them all, and people will crane necks to get a glimpse of me and what potion I'm brewing next. And Slughorn will love me, I am the teacher's pet. Won't use Veritas serum for the answers that I get. I'm such a mystery, as anyone can see. But take some polyjuice and everyone looks just like me. And when it's Quidditch time, though potions are a crime, I'll give you a placebo, cause I'm such a crafty guy. I'm a potion maker, not a potion baker. You can't make a potion, you brew it up, you schmuck. I'm a potion maker, fighting a defeater. I don't have the patience to be the chosen one. Be the chosen one! I'm a potion maker. Be the chosen one! What? I'm a potion maker. Be the chosen one! I'm a potion maker. Be the chosen one! What? I'm a potion maker. I'll drink the liquid luck.
All summer you stole my letters. I think that you had better tell me what you thought that would do. The Dursleys were entertaining. You started levitating. That pudding and now I'm out of school. But then I jumped aboard the Weasley's flying board with Ron, George and Fred, and Dobby just banged his head. Yeah, Dobby. Dobby. Bang your head. Yeah, Dobby. Dobby. Bang your head. This mental elf will drive you mad. I was playing in a Quidditch game, Malfoy trying to do the same. Roger started chasing after me. Started flying all through the bleachers. Something's burning, hey, it's a teacher. What you doing, Miss Hermione? Then Lockhart worked his charm. Got no bones in my arm. I'm lying in this bed, and Dobby just banged his head. Yeah, Dobby. Dobby. Bang your head. Yeah, Dobby. Dobby. Bang your head. This mental elf will drive you mad. Groomhorn solo. Then we got in a fix, done in by Bellatrix. And now that Dobby's dead, he can't bang his own head. So I drag it around in this sack here, and sometimes I pull it out and I bang it against the wall, or or hit it with a stick or something, but it's lost a lot of blood. It's really starting to smell. I should see a taxidermist or something. Now I'm a wizard rock star, drums, bass, electric guitar, and Dobby's gone, but that's okay. Hey. I know his spirit lives on, rocks out with me and Ron. He helps us rock the night away. Hey. 'Cause when I play each show, he's there in the front row, rocking to books he's read and banging his head. Yeah, Dobby, bang your head. Yeah, Dobby, bang your head. This mental elf will drive you mad. This mental elf will drive you mad. This mental elf will drive you mad.
Oh, it's always Dobby this and Dobby that. Poor Dobby had to iron his hands. What about us? We were tortured by the legions of Mordor. Did we tell them about the precious? No, we didn't. Yes, we did. We told them about everything. No, we didn't. Yes, we did. See, this is why you don't have any friends, because you're so argumentative. Oh, yeah? Well, no, I'm not. Well, yes, we are, but I suppose maybe Dobby's our friend. Dobby? We hate Dobby!
That was Crookshanks Doesn't Like You by Potterwatch, Insane Ian with Potion Maker, and Dobby, Bang Your Head by the Blibbering Humdingers. Now let's get back to the interview. Now, you've been learning bands, and of course we know you love Swish and Flick. If you were going to do a rock collab, what would it look like? You mentioned that you like the electronica of Swish and Flick. Would you go strictly singer-songwriter? Acapella is always a great choice for a first-time collab. And who would you do it with?
Nowadays, I don't have too much free time. I'm back at school for a master's degree.
We're going fantasy here.
Yeah, and this will happen. I do want to jump back into this eventually, and I think it'd be really cool to explore electronic music. That's something I've always wanted to dabble in. Although I have an amazing guitar that my partner gifted to me for Christmas one year, and I haven't played it nearly enough lately, and so I'm missing that as well. And I feel like I just have so many more ideas and melodies in my head that I want to write down. So it'll probably be some more singer-songwriter type stuff. Although if Swish and Flick ever wants to do a collab, I will write some raunchy lyrics for you. I'll get on that level. That would be a fun time. I'll maybe sing some backup vocals or have like a feature, maybe have an EP or something. Not like I thought too much into it, but
I love that. I hope we make that happen.
Perhaps.
I think Avery of How Our Planes Fly was also looking into doing some more electronica. And that might be a fun collab because he also is largely singer-songwriter. I'm not sure if you're familiar with his music, but it makes you cry.
Oh, I love a good cry.
What advice do you have for new Wizard Rockers?
Like I was mentioning earlier, just go for it. You don't need to know anything about music to just make some music. I think it's beautiful when anyone and everyone makes music. Even for someone who went to school for music, it's a very vulnerable thing for me to release myself singing and playing guitar on top of that. And I've been told I'm not the best at either of those. And that's not what this genre is about, though. It's about just being able to express yourself without the fear of judgment or anything like that. And this goes for everything, even if you feel like you're going to be judged. For example, this master's program that I'm going for themed experience design. I have a degree in a minor in visual arts, so very little background in this, and I've come into this degree with people who already work in the themed entertainment industry. They work for Universal Studios or other programs doing special effects and building sets and crazy stuff that I want to do, and I don't have the skills in, but I made it into this program and I'm faking it until I make it, and I'm going for my dreams, and it's gonna happen because I'm doing it, whether it's good or not, because it'll get better.
Longtime listeners know I like to get really practical advice. Your favorite warm-up exercise or a YouTube teacher you think does a really good job.
Oh, practical advice. I feel like so much of the stuff I was doing, I was just kind of going with the flow. However, I feel like anything can use a good warm up. Like if you're playing an instrument or singing, just even though you might be a beginner or not, it doesn't matter. Do some warm ups. YouTube has fun warm ups. There's fun like guitar apps, and for writing, just practice. Just practice writing poems or things that are lyrical right off the bat. That's about as practical as I get.
You mentioned, like a lot of Wizard Rockers do, sort of using Harry Potter as a lens to explore your own experiences. Do you have any suggestions on finding that way in to the story?
Ooh, that's a great question. I When I started, I really wanted to do something that was personal, and so I decided to stay away from characters for the most part. I think I name dropped once or twice within the album, but and I love both sides. But for me personally, it really helped to write it about my own life and then use Harry Potter things as metaphors for what was going on. Like, for example, the songs in my album, Hufflepuff and Kiss and Better, and even Saturday, were all very inspired by my own personal growth and my own insecurities, like low self-esteem and going through depression. And it I thought it would be easier to write about those things, but that's where the Harry Potter came in. That was my channel for my ideas. It helped me anchor onto something.
We've clearly fomented a lot of potential ideas for future Headboy music. What specifically are you working on now or in the near future, besides the master's degree?
First of all, I would love to perform eventually. I think that's something I'm very nervous about doing. But it's just the natural progression. I faced my fears. I came out with an album And next, I want to perform that music in front of people with more songs. I've had a ton of experiences since I've written this last album, so I have plenty of material to work with. I would just like to write more inspirational music about kind of going for it. That's been the theme for my life lately, and just more personal things that hopefully people will connect with on some level.
Here's another music break, starting with Why, Draco, Why? By the Hungry Hungry Hippogriffs.
Your brain's the smallest thing I have ever seen. You talk a lot of smack, but can't back anything. You think you're cool, but you're just being mean. Draco, get a life and get away from me. Draco, why are you so slow? I think you're in love with your two bros. Oh, Draco, why are you so slow? I think you're in love with your two bros. Becoming a Death Eater was really dumb. You know who is just a big bum. You ended up running to your mommy and daddy. Draco, get a life and get away from me. Draco, why are you so slow? I think you're in love with your two bros. Oh, Draco, why are you so slow? I think you're in love with your two bros. I think really deep inside you're actually a nice guy. But why do you have to be so bad and support the guy who killed my dad? Oh, Draco. Oh, Draco. Oh, Draco. Oh, Draco. Oh, Draco.
Giddy up, soldier, there's a war ahead. And Voldemort's not gonna stop until we're dead. So grab a cloak and don't forget your wand. 'Cause up ahead the battle rages on. Like oh, 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 oh. You've lost some good and you're bound to lose some more. Giddy up, soldier, there's a war. It's always roughest before we hit the shore. It's not gonna stop until we're dead. Remember them when the battle starts to sting. Grab your cloak and don't forget your and all around till you can hear them. 'Cause overhead the battle rages on. gonna stop until we're dead. Don't forget your health, don't forget your health. Souls of guys and rage, cause I'm a hell of a bottle right. Give souls of guys a word. It's always right for before we reach the shore. Don't forget your give souls of guys a word. Cause I'm a hell of a bottle right. Give souls of guys a word. Give souls of guys a word. And one of your circumstances until we're dead. Give souls of guys a word. Up souls and guys and world just us. Get what you want for you. Up souls and get up souls and up souls and get up souls. Up souls and get up souls and battle starts to up souls and up souls and get them safe. It's always right for the road to lose the show.
We've got to follow the spiders into the forbidden forest. We've got to do as Hagrid said. But don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, that spider is only the size of a small elephant. A small elephant. There's no way out. The spiders have surrounded us. They're looking hungry. Why did we do what Hagrid said? But don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. That spider is only the size of a small elephant.
That was Why Draco Why by the Hungry Hungry Hippogriffs, Battle Cry from How Airplanes Fly, and Harry and the Potters with Follow the Spiders. And back to the interview with Nick of HEADBOY. Thank you so much for talking with me today. I feel like we barely scratched the surface. I'm looking forward to seeing more of what you do in the future. But in the meantime, where can WZRD listeners find you online?
You can find me on Instagram at Stupid Scary Nick. It's all one word. The reason for that username is because I actually have my own podcast that I had started, and then I got busy, and so I have 3 episodes kind of ready to be uploaded at any time. It's if you're a scary movie person, it's all about analyzing and reviewing horror movies, but in really dumb, unconventional ways. And so that's called Stupid Scary, hence Stupid Scary Nick. So if you look on Instagram, there was one started for the podcast called Stupid Scary Pod also one word. However, I'm not too active on either at the moment, although as I start making more things in school, I am excited to be sharing them. And then you can find me on Bandcamp. You can find my album. It's called Hufflepuff. It's all in caps lock. And then the artist name, HEADBOY. One word, all in caps lock as well.
I think your Bandcamp is hufflepuffheadboy.bandcamp.com.
Ooh, thank you.
If you heard a song today and you thought, I could listen to that again, then go to the transcript at wcrdradiopod.com, follow the link, and buy a copy of your very own. It's the best way to support your favorite musician, and without our Wizard Rockers, we wouldn't be here. If you want discounts on WCRD merch, the inside scoop on everything that's coming up, and bonus gifts and episodes, then you want WCRD Radio's Patreon at patreon.com/WCRD Radiopod. It's just $2 Muggle a month and also supports the Community Rock Fund, where we're raising funds to help Wizard Rockers achieve their musical dreams. If you want to keep up with WZRD between episodes, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at WCRD Radiopod. If you don't believe in social media, you can also comment on the transcript or email me at wcrdradiopod@gmail.com. And now, here's HEADBOY.
The song I chose for our listeners today is Better. A lot of people have said they resonated with the song, and I really did too, writing it. It's all about wanting to be someone else and just not being happy with who you are, whether that's physically or your personality or however you might take that. And it's really about getting past that, like that things get better and that you're perfect just the way you are.
I wasn't happy being me, thought a potion was the key. Took a swig of polyjuice, left me warm like a shot of booze. Now I'm looking more mature, feeling confident and sure. I feel for now I'm feeling handsome, for now I'm feeling tall. Deep down what I'm feeling is not one thing at all. Potions and a spell, release me from this hell. I just wanna feel, I wanna feel better, I wanna feel better. Want to feel cheer without drinking butterbeer. I wanna feel better, I wanna feel better. Nothing like the sensation of a spellbook transformation. Thought about what I could be, that was obvious to me. Now I'm looking more mature, feeling confident and sure. I feel for now I'm feeling handsome, for now I'm feeling tall. Deep down what I'm feeling is not one thing at all. Potions and a spell, release me from this hell. I just wanna feel. One last look, I burned the book, poured the potion down the drain. Tired of surface level love, only feeling pain. So I looked at my reflection, about to do it all the same. Instead I said, you deserve better, you deserve better. If you want to feel cheer, then say I love you in the mirror. You will feel better, you will feel better. You will feel better, you will feel better.